नमस्कार। आप देख रहे हैं मनी 9 पर आज का सौदा। मैं हूं साक्षी बत्रा और आज के इस शो में हम आपको बताएंगे कि मार्केट्स की किस तरीके से शुरुआत हुई है, किस तरीके का ट्रेड आज देखने को आपको मिलेगा और बाजार में रणनीति क्या होनी चाहिए आज के ट्रेडिंग सेशन में। इन सभी पर होगी चर्चा और आज के खास मेहमान भी हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं। जय पुरोहित हैं मोतीलाल ओसवाल फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज से। जय, गुड मॉर्निंग एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन। लेट मी जस्ट फर्स्ट बिगिन by understanding from you, how are you looking at this muted start that we've seen in the markets after the sharp rise that we had seen yesterday for the markets? Again, do you think this is one of the days that we are seeing again heightened volatile moves to be at play in the markets? Is this some kind of direction that you're able to see on the technical charts?
Yeah, good morning, Sakshi. If we look at the overall structure, so the market has moved into the consolidation phase and it is moving in a range of 14,200 to 14,900 from last couple of weeks. Now, right now it's exactly at the middle of the point and we can see a consolidative move to be continuing in coming days too. Market is waiting for some triggers and once the triggers comes that can be from the part of the corporate results or the fall in the COVID cases. So if something positive happens, then we can see a momentum in the market and market may again move towards 15,000 kind of level. But as of now, since the market breadth is quite positive from last couple of days, and in fact today also the breadth is positive, so we can see the momentum on the upside towards around 15,650, 15,700 kind of level. So for the short-term traders, they can look to buy with a stop loss of 14,450 while on the target, on the upside, the target would be 14,700.
Okay, and what would be your take on Nifty Bank? Because after yesterday's sharp up move, we are seeing slight bit of downward momentum over here. Some muted to a negative bias kind of a trade over here, especially triggered by the private sector banks over here. So, what are you suggesting the investors should do?
The bank Nifty had lot of short positions in the system, and since it is sustaining about 32,000 level from last 2 days, so that is a good sign for the banking index. And in fact, the bank Nifty may see further short covering move towards around 33,500, 33,800 kind of levels. So till the time it just holds about 32,000 mark, one should trade with a positive bias and use this intraday dip as a buying opportunity.
Okay, and the sectors, which are the sectors that you're looking at currently? Which is the sector that is looking to you most attractive to you at the moment, right now?
See, metal space is showing tremendous strength from last few weeks, and in fact, that momentum is likely to continue in coming days too. We can see a good momentum in stocks like JSW Steel, Steel Authority, Tata Steel. So all these stocks had already rallied a lot in last 1.5 months, but still more stream is left in that, and that may continue to be in limelight for coming days too.
Right. Now, Jay, let me just speak to you about some of the stocks that are in momentum and are in news also with respect to the earnings that have been reported. We are seeing that Tech Mahindra, HDFC Life, SBI Cards, they have all reported their earnings. I know what is your call on some of these? If any of these after the earnings look attractive to you, what would be your call there?
If we look at the chart structure of say SBI card, then it is moving in a range only, but the stock has a major support in the range of around 885, 890 levels. So if we see a dip towards around say 900 or 890 kind of level, then that would be a good buying opportunity for the stock with a stop loss of 880. While on the upside, the immediate hurdle is somewhere around 1000 levels, and once it gives a breakout above 1000, then we can see a momentum coming into the stock. But as of now, it is likely to remain in a range of around 900 to 1000 for coming few days. While if we talk about a stock like Tech Mahindra, there like the stock is not showing that kind of strength which was there in the numbers, and in fact the price has started correcting from the higher levels, and right now the stock has taken resistance at around 50 days exponential moving average and drifted lower. So one can wait for some time for to get into the stock. The stock is likely to correct up to around 920 kind of levels, and that would be a good buying opportunity for the traders.
Okay. And for the companies that are about to report their earnings today, any of the stocks on your radar today, say for example from Maruti, or maybe if you're talking about Bajaj Finance, all of these stocks are also like, in momentum right now, and people want to know what should they be doing on them. What is your call there?
If we look at the chart structure of say Maruti, so it is overall moving in a range only, and once it sustains above 6,800 levels, then we can see the momentum in the stock. One stock which is on our radar, which is going to announce its result today, which is the Axis Bank. Like the
Yeah.
stock made a double bottom pattern on the daily and hourly chart, and yesterday also we had seen a good momentum in the counter. So today it is down by around 2%, but we are looking at some kind of upside in the stock based on the technical charts. So one can look to buy this stock with a stop loss of 660, and on the upside we can see a move towards 725, 730 kind of levels.
Okay, so if you're looking at some earnings plays, then definitely Axis Bank could be on your radar. And as per the technical charts, it is looking positive despite the kind of downward move that we are seeing right now, which is ahead of its earnings. So you can keep that on your radar as well. Jay, which are your calls that you've picked, and what are you trading for today that investors can also take into their radar as well?
See, a couple of names are from the auto and auto ancillary space. Bajaj Auto has given a consolidation breakout, and on the weekly chart also, after a corrective move, it has started showing some strength. So there we can see a up move towards around 3,900 kind of level. So one can look to buy with a stop loss of 3,660. The second stock would be Balkrishna Industry. The stock has given a range breakout again, and in fact, the momentum is quite good, and we can see a move towards 1800 levels. So one can buy with a stop loss of 1660. And the third stock here, that is from the mid cap space. Tata Communication is looking good, and after a good amount of consolidation, it has finally coming out from its consolidation phase and moving towards 1220 kind of levels. So one can buy that with a stop loss of 1130.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jay, for sharing your stock recommendations and your market outlook with us. Three long calls over here, most of them from auto and auto ancillary space, as well as from the telecom space, Tata Communications, that is on the long side, been recommended by Jay. So keep all these stocks also on your watch list as far as if you want to take a trading bet over here. Let's move on to see how the markets are trading at this point in time. When you talk about the benchmark indices, of course, they opened, with a positive bias, but now they're extending the kind of gains that we had seen right in the opening day, and some kind of moving up higher. The ladder is what we can see over here. Nifty 50 trading at 14,539 at this moment, almost 200 points up in the first half an hour of trade. 0.4% uptick is being seen over here. When you talk about the Sensex, that's also added over 150 points to itself, 48,538. That's the level at which the Sensex is also trading at, with 0.3% of gains. The Nifty Bank, on the other hand, if you see now, is turning a bit green, and 32,284, that's the level at which the Nifty Bank is also trading at. Of course, it has added about 500 points to itself in the first half an hour of trade only. When you talk about the broader market indices, the outperformance is actually coming in from the smaller cap index and smaller cap stocks. 150 points added there, 0.7% of uptick is being seen for this one. The BSE mid cap also up by almost 80 points, or 0.4% in trade, at 20,153 at the current levels. Moving on to the sectoral moves, let's see which are the sectors that are really contributing to the market's momentum right now. And it's clearly the metal stocks, and that's what Jay also pointed out, that the metal counters still look quite strong at this point in time. 1.5% uptick is being seen over here. When you talk about the stocks such as realty stocks, the pharma stocks, they're also showing some bit of momentum right now. Media stocks up about 0.7% in trade. The auto index is inching up a slight bit higher with 0.3% of gains at the moment. The FMCG index just contributing about 0.2%, and similar is the case with the IT space. Only the financial services stocks are right now in the red, and you can see just a tad bit negative momentum on these kind of stocks in today's trading session. Moving on to the sectoral gainers and the losers. When you talk about the Nifty gainers, you'll clearly see most of the names coming in from the metal pack, holding the top place. Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel, all up about 1.5 to 3.5% in trade. Reliance Industries, the big heavyweight, is also up by 1.5%, supporting the market sentiment at the moment. Bajaj Finance also up by 1% in trade right now. When you talk about the laggards, however, the losers pack actually includes stocks like Axis Bank, which is down almost 2% right ahead of its earnings. Kotak Mahindra Bank is feeling the pressure of the RBI announcement on the tenure of the MDs and CEOs, and you can see a downtick of almost 1% over there. SBI Life down by 1% right now. HDFC Life also, so the insurance space is taking a hit right now, including HDFC Limited, which is down by 0.7% from the financial space as well. So overall, the market breadth is positive. We just have to see how the trade really goes right now, but the momentum looks positive. The technical charts also supporting the momentum at this point in time. We'll keep giving you all the updates of how the markets are trading and what's the news that's making sense in the personal finance space as well. All of that right up next. So stay tuned with us on Money9.com.